In a recent private chat, your name was brought up with a tone of deep reflection and admiration. They spoke about how you've been a significant part of their life and shared a mix of appreciation for your impact and regret for the things left unsaid. When they discussed you privately, their words conveyed a profound respect and contemplation. They reflected on how your presence has influenced their thoughts and feelings, revealing a blend of admiration and a yearning for missed opportunities. During a private conversation, they mentioned you with a sense of both admiration and introspection. They acknowledged the positive influence you've had on their life and expressed a blend of gratitude and sadness for the path not taken. In a recent discussion, your name came up, and the tone of their remarks was one of deep appreciation and reflection. They spoke of the ways you've shaped their experiences, coupled with a sense of longing for what might have been. When they talked about you in a private conversation, their words were filled with both admiration and regret. They reflected on the impact you've had and expressed a desire for things to have turned out differently. In a recent private chat, your presence was mentioned with a tone of respect and contemplation. They spoke about how your influence has been significant and conveyed a blend of admiration and a wish for a different outcome. You were brought up in a private discussion, and what was said revealed a deep-seated admiration and introspection. They reflected on how you've touched their life and expressed a mix of gratitude and a sense of missed chances. During a private conversation, they mentioned you with a sense of respect and melancholy. They spoke about the ways you've impacted their life and conveyed a blend of admiration and a longing for things to have been different. In a recent private chat, your name came up, and the sentiments expressed were a mix of admiration and regret. They reflected on how your presence has influenced their thoughts and feelings, revealing a deep sense of appreciation and longing. When they discussed you privately, their tone conveyed a profound sense of admiration and contemplation. They spoke about the positive impact you've had and expressed a blend of gratitude and a wish for a different path. In a private conversation, your name was mentioned with a tone of deep respect and introspection. They reflected on how your influence has shaped their life and conveyed a sense of both admiration and regret for unspoken feelings. During a recent private chat, they spoke of you with a mix of admiration and contemplation. They acknowledged the ways you've touched their life and expressed a sense of longing for what could have been. You were brought up in a private discussion, and their words conveyed a deep appreciation and regret. They reflected on your impact on their life and expressed a blend of admiration and a desire for a different outcome. In a private conversation, they mentioned you with a tone of deep respect and nostalgia. They spoke about the positive influence you've had and expressed a sense of gratitude coupled with a longing for what might have been. When they talked about you in a private chat, their words revealed a mix of admiration and introspection. They reflected on how your presence has influenced their thoughts and feelings, coupled with a sense of missed opportunities. In a recent private discussion, your name came up, and the sentiments expressed were a blend of admiration and regret. They spoke about how your impact has been significant and conveyed a sense of longing for things to have turned out differently. During a private conversation, they spoke of you with a tone of deep appreciation and contemplation. They reflected on the ways you've shaped their life and expressed a blend of gratitude and a sense of what could have been. When they discussed you privately, their words were filled with a mix of respect and melancholy. They spoke of the positive influence you've had and conveyed a deep sense of admiration, along with a wish for different circumstances. In a recent private chat, your name was mentioned with a tone of admiration and reflection. They spoke about how your presence has been a source of inspiration and shared a mix of gratitude and longing for a different path. During a private conversation, your name came up, and the sentiments expressed were a mixture of admiration and regret. They reflected on the impact you've had on their life and conveyed a sense of appreciation for what was. You were mentioned in a private discussion, and their words revealed a deep appreciation and contemplation. They spoke about how you've influenced their thoughts and feelings, revealing a mix of admiration and a longing for the past. In a recent private conversation, your name came up unexpectedly. They spoke of you with a blend of admiration and curiosity, reflecting on how your presence has impacted their life in profound ways. The depth of their feelings revealed a mixture of nostalgia and a longing to reconnect. Your mention in their private conversation was a revelation. They expressed how your actions have left a lasting impression, highlighting moments of kindness and support that they can't forget. Their feelings seem to be a mix of appreciation and regret for not expressing this sooner. During a recent discussion, your name surfaced, and it was clear they were reflecting on the past. They shared how your influence has shaped their perspective, revealing a sense of gratitude and an unspoken wish to make things right. You were brought up in a private chat, and the words spoken were filled with a deep sense of respect and admiration. They talked about how your presence has been a guiding force and how they often find themselves reminiscing about the positive impact you've had. In a private conversation, your name was mentioned with a sense of longing and regret. They spoke about the things left unsaid and the moments that could have been, expressing a wish that circumstances had allowed for a different outcome. When they discussed you recently, their tone was filled with both admiration and melancholy. They highlighted the ways you've touched their life and admitted that they've been grappling with feelings of appreciation and missed opportunities. You were a topic of conversation behind closed doors, and what was said revealed a deep-seated respect for who you are. They recounted how your actions have resonated with them, reflecting on both the good and the unresolved feelings that linger. In a private discussion, they brought you up with a mix of admiration and contemplation. They reflected on how you've been a source of inspiration and how their current feelings are colored by a blend of nostalgia and unresolved emotions. Your name came up in a private conversation, and it was clear that they have been thinking deeply about you. They expressed how your influence has been significant and how their current feelings are a mix of gratitude and a sense of what could have been. During a recent private talk, your presence was mentioned with a tone of admiration and regret. They shared how your actions have made a lasting impact, and their current feelings reflect a blend of appreciation and longing for a different path. In a recent private conversation, they spoke of you with a sense of reverence and unresolved emotions. They acknowledged the positive influence you've had on their life, coupled with a sense of sadness for the missed opportunities. Your name surfaced in a private chat, and the sentiments expressed were a mixture of respect and wistfulness. They reflected on the ways you've shaped their experiences and conveyed a desire to revisit those moments with a clearer understanding. In a recent private discussion, they mentioned you with a tone of deep admiration and introspection. They acknowledged your impact on their life and expressed a blend of gratitude and a wish to reconnect under different circumstances. You were mentioned in a private conversation, and their words conveyed a profound sense of appreciation for you. They spoke of the ways you've influenced their thoughts and feelings, revealing a mix of respect and a hint of regret. During a recent private chat, your name came up, and it was clear that they have been reflecting on their interactions with you. They expressed admiration for your qualities and a sense of longing for the connection that once was. In a recent private discussion, they spoke of you with a blend of admiration and unresolved feelings. They reflected on how your presence has left a lasting mark on their life, coupled with a sense of regret for not fully acknowledging it sooner. Your name was mentioned in a private conversation, and the sentiments expressed were a mix of admiration and melancholy. They talked about how your influence has been significant and how they have been grappling with feelings of gratitude and missed chances. When you were brought up in a private chat, their words revealed a deep sense of respect and contemplation. They reflected on the positive impact you've had on their life and expressed a blend of admiration and a longing for things to be different. In a recent private conversation, they spoke of you with a tone of both appreciation and regret. They acknowledged the ways you've influenced their thoughts and feelings, and their current emotions reflect a mix of gratitude and a sense of lost opportunities.